Alright, today I'm just going to be going over what we're going to be needing to sand this bad boy. It's my Supra 87. We're going to be hitting the bodywork, finding our dents. Then we're going to get to priming one more time. So I'm going to show you bodywork. I'm going to show you bodywork, priming, finding your dents. Then we're going to hit it with the paint. I'm going to show you how to water sand it so you get a glass finish whenever you go to paint it. After we hit that sealer and whatnot. But let's get to it. So first of all, these are some things you're going to need. So let's start with that. All right. So let me move a few things out of the way. I'll show you. The first things we're going to need is sand and finer dents. All right. So to start with, you're going to need this. This is your guide. You don't have to use a specific one, but this is pretty cheap. This is from O'Reilly's. This, I believe, is like 16-20 bucks. This is your guide. And I think I got it on the other side. Let me show you. Yeah. So you see right here, this is what it looks like. I didn't spray much here, but I'll show you when we really spray it. Let's say we spray our guide right here. It's going to be black. Then when you go to sand with one of these, it's going to leave the remaining black is where it's going to show your dents, your low spots, your high spots. And that's when you know where you need to put some body work and work on. So I'll show you that. But you're going to want this, your guide. For sure you're going to want one of these. This is a must. Then we're going to need some primer, some sandable primer. I like this U-Paul. This is one of my favorites. I always use this. They have another one I'm going to show you guys too. I'm going to go get that later, but this is our go-to right here. So a primer, you don't have to use the exact one. This is just what I like to use. Use what you like to use. But yes, this is what we're going to use. These two things are a must. Then our sanding blocks. Let me show you these 1 second. All right, so we have two straight ones. Square. Yeah, we got two straight ones here. One with a rougher sandpaper, and one with the lighter. The lighter we're gonna use to sand this because we're really not trying to sand much. We're just trying to lightly scuff it to find our dents, and we use this to hit it once we throw our putty or bondo down. And this more round one. This is gonna be for your curves. The smaller straight one is gonna be for smaller, tighter areas. The brand doesn't really matter, but this is what I'm using. You can use a cheapy brand. Really, for this, it's not really going to matter what brand you use. You can get some cheapy ones, Harbor Freight, Amazon, whatever you find. And I'm using 3M sandpaper. I'm not sure if this is what I'm going to use. This is a 320, but for sanding, after you put this, you're going to use something a bit light. You just want to really scuff it to get that guide off and find your low spots and dents. So I'm using a 3M. I really like it. I've used other brands. I forgot what the other brand is called. I find I have it here somewhere, but I like 3M because it sticks better. Other ones, they seem to fall off, like this one. This is a different brand, but I mean it works fine. But I feel it goes faster and it falls off easier versus the 3M. These are older ones, so of course they're falling off. But I like to use the 3M. I believe it's a bit more pricey, but I'd say go with this if you can. If not, other brands are gonna work too. So don't stress that if you don't have the money for 3M. You can use whatever brand. These are not mandatory brands. Another thing is some thinner. You're going to want this mainly to clean your little surface, which you're going to put the bondo. Which moves us to the next thing, our bondo and putty. This is a putty I'm going to use. This is for smaller dents, smaller imperfections. For bigger things, we're going to use yellow bondo, which I'll show you. Let me get that real quick. This is going to be our hardener with the bondo. There's just blue in there. So with this, depending how much you put is how fast it's going to dry, and on the day. It depends. So if it's hot out, you're going to put less. I'm in Texas, so let's say I was doing this in the summer. You would not want to put a ton of this. If you put a bunch during the summer here in Texas, things going to dry out within under a minute, and you're going to be just wasting bondo. So you want to go depending on the weather outside. I'll wait till it's a decent hot enough day. Not like today where it's a bit rainy. Let me show you that. It's a bit rainy. It's a bit misty. I wouldn't really want to do body work today. I like to do it when it's hot. One, because I could see more. And two, I don't know. It's just better for me. But yeah. So we're going to need these. This is from O'Reilly's. A lot of this stuff is from O'Reilly's, so it's pretty budget friendly. So if you don't have much, you can get this from O'Reilly's. Look online. They always match prices. But yeah, then you're going to need a spreader. This is what we're gonna use once you get it on here. Pick it up, spread on your dents and whatnot. I want to say this is from Hoffman's, but I think you get these, or I'm sure you can get those at O'Reilly's too. You can order them off Amazon. It's not really gonna matter the brand or quality. You just need something to spread. I've seen metal ones too. I'm trying to find those, but yeah. Then you're gonna need your surface to put your Bondo on. It's a two-side, I believe. Yeah, it's just 3M. I recommend one of these. So when you put it on, you spread it there, and once it dries, while it's drying, you could throw your thinner on and use a rag, and it'll just wipe off. You can do that for both of these things, and that's a real easy cleanup. Or once you let it dry, you just bend this, and this stuff will break off. Or it brings me to my next thing: these straight edges. You can use these bad boys to just slice it off, and it'll come off pretty easy. Anything that's left over, like this tough stuff, after you just break it, because most is just gonna fall off once you break it. So that's pretty easy. So these I recommend. Well, these are a must besides the straight edge, but the straight edge I really recommend. All this stuff is gonna be a must. This is what we're really gonna need when we're sanding, bondoing, and finding our dents. These for sure. This, let's see, this stuff for sure. You don't need this. This is just something I really recommend. This stuff for sure. If you can, grab all this, and this is what we're gonna need. I'm recording this before we shoot the video. I'm gonna make another one where we're doing the actual body work. This is just beforehand. You can go run out, get your stuff, so you can do while I get you a video. But yes, and a palm sand. You don't need this, but sometimes I use it when I put Bondo just to get it down where I can actually do it with my hands, so I'm not there for years. But yeah, sometimes I do this. So that's just a little hint if you have one of these. That's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be hitting this today, either today or tomorrow. The weather, depending on the weather, in case it rains, but that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be sanding this, finding our dents, blocking it, doing our dents. Then I'm gonna try to hit the whole thing in one video. I'm waiting on my camera, just so I can get you some better angles. I could talk to you more without my phone running out of space, because that's what keeps happening. But yeah, I'm gonna get you a longer video. We get some in-depth. I'm gonna explain everything fully. So if this is your first time, if you're worried about messing up, then there's no need to worry, because I'm gonna get you a great and detailed video. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make it going good, and I'm gonna show you priming too, because we're gonna prime it after. First, what we're gonna do is find the dents, fix them, check them one more time, prime. Then if I think everything looks good to my liking, we're gonna light water sand and get it ready for paint, and I'll show you that color in the last one. Drop in the comments what color you'd like to see. This thing's gonna be nice. So yeah, to the next one. Stay tuned.